I'm a transgender person, you treat me differently. We're all Ugandans and we are protected.
Do you need counseling?
The Constitution. I do not need counseling.
Okay, Sebo, let me help you, sir.
I do not need counseling.
I'm glad she's talking about for everyone.
No,
it's a she. You see, this one is a
banana. Don't abuse someone's
sex. I know her.
This gentleman is a transgender.
She's a female. There are no two. It is either male or female. Let me first tell you, sodomy is about confusion. Now, I want to bring you to speed. This person is confused and she's exporting her confusion. She's a woman, but she's thinking, excuse me, Phil, I've given you a chance. You see, a banana is different from a cucumber. A carrot is different from a banana. I want you to understand. You cannot equate. No, these are not equal. So for you to say we are advocating for everyone's right. When you are a sodomite, you are committing a crime. And a crime that makes you social, excuse me.
They have a right.
No. You have a social obligation. This is a truth. You have a social obligation when you commit a crime. If you knock someone, you commit a crime. So for you to come and say, we want to advocate for anyone's right, criminals and innocent people, they are not the same. Men and women are not the same.
Now, Pastor, so have you been affected by what they do?
Of course.
How?
I am at Makerere. These people have begun several organizations. First of all, the Americans and the Europeans are putting a lot of money in the Faculty of Law to train people like this one in how to come and speak. Now she's going to go back and ask for money. Again, I follow you ardently on your Facebook. I follow you ardently.
Thank you.
So I'm not uninformed. This one is part of Sexual Minorities Uganda. Part of their groups, when they get pregnant, they chase them away. I've been counseling about 5 girls who, because when the lesbians get pregnant, then they come and tell me what is going on. Their life is full of misery. Pate after pate. She can never have children.
You love what you do, don't you?
I absolutely love my work, yes.
Of course.
And you're protected by the Constitution.
Yes, I am protected by the Constitution.
Where's the constitutional provision that promotes homosexuality in this country?
I told you it's not homosexuality.
What is
I
it?
do human rights. Protect life.
You ask sodomy, she said human rights. We say sodomy, she said gay. We ask Ebisiyaga, she says sexual minorities. Confusion of the highest order. So what they do is they cover Bapa Kirechi. The baptismal name for that word is sodomy. But they are giving themselves a new name. Sexual minority.
You know,
human rights.
You confuse
sexual.
Pastor. Yes.
You're meant to heal these people.
Yes.
Not to confront them, aren't you?
No. Bible says open rebuke is better than secret love. This girl needs to be told she's a girl. This young girl needs to be told she's a woman, not a man. The longer you continue on addressing her as sa, now otandika okulimbibwa ono mwana muwala. Era singa manyine n'ab'ekika kye. What tribe are you, by the way? Olaba tamanyi na ggwangali. What clan are you? Tachimanyi asirise. Do you have fathers and grandfathers?
Of course he does.
Tachimanyi tagana kiddamu kimuswaza. What is your tribal name?
What's
Yes, in the black people, we have ancestors and descendants. They living today provide grandchildren for our ancestors. This young woman is denying her members of the family a chance to have children. And in Africa, that is so bad.
Pastor, if he's not come to your son or daughter, why don't you let them be?
No, you see, in Africa, we don't go with what I do is what I feel. I am because I am. In Africa, I am because we are. We are a community. We always ask, oyo mwana wani. Kadi mubuziza, oli mwana wani. Kimwemye okuddamu.
Pastor, you are recently convicted of blackmailing your fellow pastor.
Mubuziza, ono mwana wani. Kade ekyo sagana kyogerako. Olw'ensonga, lwaki onatuula bwa n'abeera ng'ayogera ebisiyaga ne batamukwata. Sente etambula wansi ne waggulu. Bayina Obama. Bayina David Cameron. Bayina abazungu bonna abebuli ono bamuwa ekirabo kyo Clinton.
You are awarded.
Clinton. Yes. Bali awo beegabire sente n'ebirabo by'otala onayina visa. agenda America lwa bisiyaga Cynthia ina kyakoze ekyamaanyi wabula kola ki kulya bisiyaga ono bamuwa she's being given a medal. Minorities, what is minorities? Please, I want don't you see now we bakubuzabuziza omutwe no minorities yes. Minorities they are trying to say majorities and minorities. You cannot equate okay a carrot with a banana. And I want this young woman to explain to you.
Let's give him a chance.
What does she use for sex? What do they use for sex? What do you use? What do you use for sex? As a man,
stop
this
insulting my food.
You see, they don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, let's hear from him.
Let's hear from Pepe.
Why don't you respect yourself?
No, Pastor, can you become for now?
No.
Can you become? And let him respond.
Okay, I'll put these ones here. I'll put these ones here to see if she will answer.
Pepe, you hear the sense of rage that's coming in
that
from
that is Africa.
And several other Africans who believe that their culture is being eroded by your human rights advocacy.
It is not being eroded. I told you earlier, we are generally a tolerant society. And when I see people like Martin Semper, so disrespectful, so outraged, so he's outraged. I am so disappointed that someone like this.
Pastor, he gave you a chance to speak.
You see,
okay, go ahead.
So to have people like this lead our society, mislead our society,
this is
really appalling.
Get over it.
You know, my family supports me.
This is not San Francisco.
This is Uganda. And let me tell you, Semper,
I
am not going anywhere.
Have you looked at Chris Mubiru's footage?
I have seen the red paper stuff, yes.
You've discussed it
How did you feel? How did you feel?
I know how you.
I was outraged.
You were outraged.
You said,
why were you outraged?
Me?
Yes.
I choose not to go.
Can I pull up your Facebook?
Please do. Please do.
Let me pull up your
Please
Facebook
do, because you are lying to the entire country.
Let me bring it up.
You are lying to the entire country, Semper.
I'm watching you discussing.
You might be so vocal.
When Chris Mubiru came out,
you might be so vocal.
Facebook. Julia Pepe Onzima.
And that's not and those are not the things that I use to do that. I was outraged.
For this show was to discuss the pros and cons of this kind of advocacy. Today, rather recently, we had President Museveni saying that these people can't go on for as long as they do not recruit or promote. What do you make of the president?
You see, the president is being pressurized. Me, for 3 years, they have opened court cases against me. They have spoken evil against me. They have called me.
We do not have a court case against
They threaten death. I've received death threats. Americans want to bomb me. When you are alone, they harass you. So President Museveni has been harassed for 3 years. You remember when they had a wedding in Wandegea? What did he say? We will shoot, we will arrest them, we will shoot them. They began pampering him and campaigning him. 2-3 years later, when this bill came up, when they harassed, they said, go slow. All the NRM said, no, Mr. President.
But we have an existing legal framework in this country.
Wait. Now, he goes, you see Mama Mbabazi goes to Italy, okay? Rebecca Kadaga goes to Canada. When they come back, Rebecca said, no, we neither retreat, we no surrender. But Mama Mbabazi said, government will not support it. You see what is happening? They are pressurizing individuals. But you see, we have clans. We have 5,000 years of known history. In all my history, I have never heard in my clan, nze ndi wanchima. Ochiwulira? Tuyina amateeka agatuvuga. Tumala gagamba mu human rights. Mubuuziza jjajjawe yani. Tasobola muddamu kuba kimuswaza. Ochiwulira?
I'm not ashamed of where I come from.
You can't even answer it. Mubuuziza bino bikino mwekozesa. Tasobola biddamu. Ochiwulira? Ali mu luzunguzungu. Nze kankubuulire muganda wange.
Do you have gadgets that you use during intercourse?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do your colleagues have gadgets they use during intercourse?
I don't know. That's their private life. I do not know.
The truth.
When you saw Chris Mubiru sodomizing, did you feel that's normal for a man to have intercourse with a fellow man?
I did not see Chris Mubiru sodomizing. I saw pictures in the red paper of allegations of him sodomizing a minor. And I told you earlier, I am totally against abuse of children.
We have videos, but they are rather gothic. I wouldn't
Irrespective.
show them on TV.
Irrespective
horrible.
of the person's sex.
You
I
see,
am against child molestation, any kind of exploitation.
What if there
I
were
said
two
that.
adults? What if there were two adults?
That is what they do in their privacy.
be okay.
That's
That
okay.
theirs.
Is that okay?
For me, what happens between two adults behind their closed doors is none of my business.
Otio,
So in your advocacy, what exactly do you do?
recruitment.
You've asked that like 3 times.
Yes, yes. And I need to hear this again.
Can the pastor shut up while I say this?
Yes,
Because he's
yes.
been interrupting and probably you did not
He's
get
quiet.
it.
Pastor is quiet. Pastor, will you be quiet?
I am
so
outraged.
what will you do? Rather, what do you do in your advocacy work?
I told you, we talk about the advocacy is on the rights of human beings regardless of their sexual orientation and gender identity. We have reports of people who have been molested within their own homes, by their own parents, by their own family members, because they are different. So those kinds of rights are the rights that we protect, that when you're in your home, you deserve that family affection and protection from your family. And the law also protects against defilement, against rape, against all these violations that are there. That is what we work towards, seeing that every person is equal in front.
How come
and
society
before
is not
the law.
compassionate towards you?
Well, because there are people like Martin Semper who keep preaching this,
please,
and
please,
you
please. I
you
want to-
give them
I
a
want
lot of
to-
platform
Sir,
to keep
excuse
promoting
me, she spent
their
1
agenda.
hour here. I want to bring this issue. I'm surprised Julie does not get on her knees and repent to the whole public on behalf of their member, Chris Mubiru.
Is Mubiru part of you?
I do not know his orientation. I told you earlier.
You see, they are denying.
don't know.
Have you conducted a census to know who belongs to you and who doesn't?
But are you repeating these questions for the
You
benefit
see,
of
it is
the pastor
embarrassing.
or what?
Please, it is embarrassing.
Because I answered
Sebo,
all
let-
these
let me
things
res-
long time
Sebo,
ago.
let me answer.
I
Let me
did.
tell you. You see what is happening? These people come here and they tell us that what they do is something that is normal. Okay? They try to equate heterosexuality with homosexuality as if it's vanilla and ice cream of chocolate. They are not. I want to tell you that using a gadget, which is why she's afraid.
Why are you so
Most of, you see, she
with
says,
sex?
you see, these are facts. They want to discuss it in
Between
words. But I want you to
people.
know, what is your level of education, by the way?
I'm not answering.
Okay, you see, she doesn't know. Let me tell you the concept of ontology and epistemology. Epistemology is the science of knowing about something. Ontology is the science of knowing something. When you discuss sodomy, in its ontological reality is the whatness. What is the substance? And when you advocate for something, you have to know what it is before you promote it. Now, people need to know ekisiyaga kyeki, because abantu baffe tebamanyi naki bakozesa lupanka. Ekisiyaga kye twogerako ye musajja. Excuse me, let me finish. Ekisiyaga, no, you see, whenever I go there, she gets uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. I am not uncomfortable.
Pastor,
This is why.
I invited Mr. Onzima.
For you, me, I'm a counselor. I know sheep. Let me come. I want to tell you what homosexuals do. She doesn't want to talk about the privacy of their bedroom, where HIV spreads. You know that 70% of all homosexual
But
men
even
have
heterosexuals
HIV.
have HIV.
No, listen. 70% of all the homosexual men in sub-Saharan Africa, research by the Lancet magazine 2 years ago shows that they have 60-70% HIV, and normal heterosexual men are about 7%. When you are homosexual, you have more chance of experiencing death from HIV than a normal person. Why? When you take a man, this is a man's genital, and you insert them into the intestine, okay, they put their genitals into the excretory system. This excretory system is not designed to receive. It is only for exit. Kino ekyenda bwe bakikulusanya ne kiyulika ne kitirika omusaayi ne kiryoka kitambuza obulwadde. That is for men. For women, what they do is they begin their sexual acts, because she does not have the equipment. They begin to use their lips. So the mouth is used to lick the other person. That's number one. It created orogonorrhea. Many lesbians have orogonorrheas, orosyphilis. Number two, because they don't have the equipment, they begin to use gadgets like bananas. They use carrots. they use bananas, they use cucumbers and other metallized ones, and they put them inside themselves. Nebitandika okola ki okubataganya because they are not normal. Bitandika okuyuza n'abaana zaabwe. Kati ono otandika okulaba batandika okumira n'empeke. But let me first finish. In Mulago today, I have been in Mulago for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, but he's a transgender for 6 years and he's not had any effect.
People like her being patched up. Baba tunga emabega, baba tunga bunda, baba salamu nabana.
I wish you
ono yayina amabere.
Wuliriza.
No, they don't want to enter into the bwino. Kankujireyo bwino. Bamire empeke, kati ono amire empeke. Empeke ezo nezitandika omunyiganyiga. Owulira? Empeke ezirimu obusajja testosterone. Okiwulira? That is why you begin to see someone begins to change. Mwana muwala naye akyuka. Amabere bagasalako. Owulira? Ne bakatono bw'omukebera oyinza okusanga yayina amabere naye bagenda South Africa ne bagenda wa ne bagasalako. They cut off their breasts to look like. Then you see a girl who looks like, dressed like a man, and it confuses you. For Europeans, ekyo kye bakubira engalo. I want you to know
why do Europeans condone it and we condemn it in Africa?
Because you see, for us it is a human vice. For them they are calling it a human right. Okiwulira? Fe waffe kibi, it's a human vice. For them it's a human right. They call it a human right defender. Yesterday, the European Union ambassador to African Union donated 1.8 million European euros for these ones. Every day Baba was sent. Finally, finally I want to tell you, in Buganda, the first man and woman is called Nambi Nechintu. What did that?
Pastor, before you go there, before you go there, you've made
Nambi and Chintu was a homosexual.
You've made several allegations.
That is why for Europeans,
Pepe, you have the platform. Pepe, you have the platform. Without being interrupted by Pastor, medically, does being gay have any adverse effects?
Every sexual contact, if you expose yourself, if you risk yourself, be it heterosexual or homosexual, there will definitely be a risk that you've exposed yourself to. It's not limited to homosexuals. That cuts across. He's been claiming, making claims and allegations about HIV/AIDS spreading. How it's mostly among homosexuals. It's not true.
It's a gay disease. Get over it.
It's not true, Senpa. You know that.
Pastor, relax. Pastor, relax.
It's not true.
Yes.
It's just, actually, it's your ignorance.
No,
it's limited. I'm not going to talk about
you
statistics.
Don't know.
I know.
When you don't have data,
I am not going to go
quiet.
back and forth.
But when we have data, let us talk.
Now, the final question. The final question. Pepe, how do you want society to perceive you?
As a human being, as a person who is part of this society,
but society has rejected you.
It has not rejected me. It is the propaganda of the likes of Sempa.
What is your clan?
My family loves me as I am.
What is your clan?
Actually, even right now,
what is your tribe?
Would your parents?
I choose not to tell you.
Onzima, would your parents? Onzima, no. Pastor, hold it, please. Pastor, rather, Pepe.
I cannot believe you put me on a show with a hooligan.
Pepe, would your parents attend a wedding where you are with a person of the same sex?
A person I love, a person who cares about me, yes.
How
as
did your
I am
parents
here,
feel?
let me tell you, Simon, as I am here, my family supports me. Supports me, so I am here.
Are they supporting a disorder?
I have a name.
What is the tribe?
I refuse to tell you.
Okay, Pastor, this anti-gay activism.
No, me, I'm not an anti-gay. Me, I'm anti-sodomy. Nagano kulimbibwa. Gay is being happy. Me, I'm gay. I'm happy. But this is the confusion. They say to be a sodomite is to be happy. No, me, I'm anti-sodomy. Zenwanyisa bisiyaga. Sirwanyisa bantu basanyufu.
And I'm anti-sexual violence.
Tasobola kyogera.
Which is talking about.
Kankubuulire.
There, when it comes to violence, we're on the same page.
Why don't you fight for heteros as well?
What do you mean?
Heterosexuals.
What do you mean? Fight for heterosexuals. What do you mean fighting for heterosexuals?
For their rights. Yeah, for their rights.
They are so. I am a human rights defender.
I'm
not limited.
Sodomy defender.
You are an activist for LGBT. LGBTI.
I am an
Lesbians,
activist.
gays,
Bisexual, abo bonna bagwagwa.
transgender, and intersexuals.
ono yabakwatira
Let me tell
bendera
you something.
Where's the H?
Human
Bo
rights.
bakwatira
I
bendera.
told you earlier. I am a human rights
abagwagwa bonna
activist.
ono yabakwatira bendera.
For this group, there are different people who work on different things. Like he does something different, you know.
Naye
I do
tokimanyi
something
HIV
different.
tomuyinako
You
data.
see.
It-
So, it's a human right for human beings to coexist with each other.
Do you have
Sebo,
hope that
Sebo,
someday
please,
society will get to appreciate you?
Absolutely.
Thank
I'm
you.
very,
It is my
optimistic.
chance, Sebo. No, but
I am
don't
very
forget chance.
optimistic.
Finally, yes.
I
I'm
want to
very
tell you, one,
optimistic.
we are dealing with a girl who thinks she's a boy.
A gentleman.
That is number
Treat
one.
him as a gentleman.
Symptom number one of gender identity disorder. If you parents are there and you have a girl who thinks she's a boy, okay, that is a sickness. You need to guide them and bring them for counseling. Number two, I'll give you my phone number at the end, 0772 641028. Number two, she does not have a tribe. Already. So there is a lack of pride in who she is. An African by nature realizes that we have a history. We began with Chintu and Nambi. By the grace of God, we have reached here. And we who are living at the bridge between the past and the future, we must bear children. Fe tulina okuzaala abaana. Kati ono omwana tamanyi
By
ggwanga
choice.
lye.
By choice.
No!
It's by choice that someone should have a child.
No!
Exactly.
No, let me
By
tell you,
choice.
kankikubuulire.
You cannot
Wuliriza.
force people to have children.
No! Kati
And
ono
that
ta-
is not-
ezo mpisa zaffe ng'abaddugavu era kambabuulire ntekamu kamera wano mbabuulire ffe ng'abaana b'abaddugavu abasajja ba Ssaabasajja Kabaka ono simanyi gy'ava owulira singa waliyo amanyi omwana ono oba omukulu w'ekika twetaaga tumukuŋŋaanye era nkubira omulanga oyo Gaabunga akulembera ekika ky'Emmamba twetaaga okukuŋŋaana abaana bano ono mubiru kati ono tamanyi na Luganda oyo mubiru aswazizza ekika ky'Emmamba nga bwe tugamba mu Luganda nti omulya mmamba abeera omu n'avumaganya ekika